Can you feel it? An economic earthquake is shaking the US in 2025, and barely anyone is talking about it. In just 24 hours, Trump's sweeping tariffs on imports from 60 countries triggered empty supermarket shelves across America. Why? Because Canada struck back hard. Canada slashed import quotas, hiked tariffs, and cut vital supply lines. As a result, shortages and price spikes are now spreading across 10 key US states that depend heavily on Canadian trade. Let's break down the 5 worst-hit states, and what it means for millions of Americans. First up, Michigan. With major trade bridges in Detroit and Port Huron, it's the single biggest US hub for food trade with Canada. Dairy, beef, poultry, grains, millions of tons cross daily. But when Ottawa's retaliation kicked in, traffic at the border froze. Walmart and Costco stores in Detroit and Grand Rapids reported empty shelves, especially for milk, cheese, and deli meats. Farms in Ottawa and Huron counties, which relied on Canada for 40 to 60% of revenue, were forced to dump unsold milk. If the deadlock continues, Michigan dairy prices could spike up to 30%. Next, Vermont. Known for high-quality dairy and maple syrup, it exported over half its artisanal cheese and butter to Canada. Now, orders are cancelled, production is paused, cold storage is maxed out. Maple syrup producers lost major contracts. Grocery stores in Rutland and Brattleboro report shortages in candy, condensed milk, and oats, most of which came from Canada. Prices surged 25% in just days. Family farms are nearing bankruptcy, and even tourism is taking a hit. Now let's talk New York, not just a finance hub, but a massive agricultural player. From the Finger Lakes to the North Country, farmers once exported cheese, beef, apples, and grapes across the border. Now, supermarkets in Buffalo, Rochester, and Albany are running out of butter, seafood, and fresh berries. New York City, the nation's largest food consumer, felt it fast. Prices for Canadian vegetables doubled in just a week. Farmers are losing money, consumers are paying more. Over in Maine, seafood exports to Canada collapsed overnight. Portland and Bar Harbor saw 30 to 40% of their seafood blocked at the border. Lobster and cod sit in freezers, unsold. Farmers are also losing contracts for potatoes once sent to Canada for fries. Meanwhile, Canadian products like milk, cereals, and candy have disappeared from shelves, and prices on essentials like butter are climbing fast. Finally, Minnesota, a top US supplier of pork, corn, and dairy. When Canadian buyers pulled back, pork plants in Austin and Worthington cut shifts. Pig farmers lost their biggest export market. Feed grain shipments stalled. At the same time, imports of Canadian beer, baking ingredients, and frozen seafood dried up. Supermarket prices soared. Farmers lost cash flow. Logistics firms bled money as trucks returned empty. And these are just 5 of the 10 states on the front lines. If this US-Canada trade standoff drags on, prices for everyday foods, milk, bread, butter, seafood, will continue to rise across the entire country. This isn't politics, it's economics. And it's happening now. If you want more insights like this, the kind that go beyond the headlines, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. All the data here was sourced from public trade reports and policy documents as of August 2025. No spin, no agenda, just the facts, so you don't get left behind.